Hello. Today is Wednesday, January 15th, our mid-month check-in, or whatever you want to call it, for our Pantry Challenge. I am doing a Pantry Challenge with Kim at A Girl and Her Phone, Edie at Edie's Adventures, and Joan over at Rise and Shine Suburban Homesteading. Last month in December, we did a Vlogmas, which we had a lot of fun with. You should go back and check out some of the Vlogmas videos. We did recipes and appetizers and charcuterie board, and showed our house decorated for Christmas. And at the end of the month, we were all saying, oh, thankfully this is coming to an end and we don't have to do this again for a while. And then we turned around and decided to do the Pantry Challenge in January. So we have a lot of things coming up in January. On Fridays, we're going to show you our menu plan and our grocery hauls. And then twice a month, I think it is, we're going to show 5 meals that we've eaten. And then we're also going to do a mid-month checkup, which I'm doing right now. We're going to do a recipe that we've made from scratch with the ingredients that we have in our pantry. And then we're also going to do a meal under $10. I think that should be it. There might be more. Oh, and then at the end, we're going to do a recap of how we think we did for the whole month. Okay, starting off with the Pantry Challenge in itself, I'm finding it not too difficult. People would have seen my pantry beginning and thought that I went and shopped before we went on the Pantry Challenge, because my pantry is pretty well full. It really is. And the problem with that was I am very guilty of, like, oh, let's have chicken for dinner tonight. Well, instead of taking chicken out of the freezer, I'll go to the grocery store and buy some chicken. So, oh, yeah, let's have a steak tonight. No, let's just go to the store and buy a steak. No, I have plenty of meat in the freezer. I have a garage refrigerator and a garage freezer that was very well stocked. Almost to the point that it looked like I said that it's like I stocked beforehand, which I did not do. So this month, I'm strictly going from the freezer and taking things out and thawing them, and finding stuff that really is getting close to the date that I should have eaten it right away. So I'm really doing my best to eat the older foods first, and then in my pantry rotating my canned goods and stuff like that, and doing that. So as far as that part of the challenge, it's very easy for me because I have plenty of food. The hard part for me is, like I said, it was just easier for me to run to the store, and then I spent more money. What I did this month is I put $80 in an envelope for my portion. I split mine 20 for me and 20 for Jim, but I put $80 for my portion of the foods. Jim's might run a little bit more because Jim's, he's not a fruit and vegetable eater, but he likes his lunch meat and his milk and his bread. So I kind of take some of that out of his budget. I've been doing last week he went into my budget because his groceries came to $33, but I was able to salvage it by only spending $6 something of mine. So I was under my $40 a week that I've allowed. I am a person that likes to get carryout. I love to get carryout. I don't mind cooking, but it's very hard to cook for just 2 people. I do have a lot of meals in there in the freezer of when I've cooked for just Jim and I, and there was leftovers, and I put them into the freezer and forgot about them, to be honest with you. I just completely forgot about them. So we've been pulling them out. Over the weekend, I think we had some leftover lasagna that I had in the freezer and that. But in a pinch, I just love to call and get a pizza. I just love to get a pizza. I have frozen pizzas in the freezer. I have 3 or 4 of them, and they're just as good. I like the DiGiorno. Those are the ones I have. And really, they do taste like a carry-out pizza. They really do. But it's just a matter of I got to go out in the garage, and I got to get it. Whereas when you just pick up your phone and you call somebody, and then it gets delivered to your house. So that's the hard part for me. Plus, Jim and I are used to going to a restaurant, to sit-down restaurant, whether there's a really nice fish place that we like to go to called The Feast by us. So we like to go to. We love to go to Olive Garden. We love to go to Outback and Texas Roadhouse and things like that. We love going to those. So not going to those has been really hard. Now, I do have gift cards for all of those places, but I've decided no, I'm not going to go. And then the other challenge that I'm having is since I don't do a lot of cooking, I don't really know about equivalents. Because yesterday I made, or was it yesterday? Monday I made a copycat Trader Joe's Green Goddess dressing. And as one of my subscribers had pointed out, that I had used a 1/4 cup of basil and a 1/4 cup of parsley. And I have to admit that the dressing came out a little overpowering to me. But then they did point out, which was true, was it called for fresh basil and fresh parsley, which wouldn't have been as much as I put in with the actual seasoning from a seasoning jar. So it was a little overpowering. It was edible, but if I ever made it again, I would definitely use the fresher ingredients. But like I said, I'm doing the pantry challenge, and so therefore I had to use what I had in hand, and so I used the spices that I had. So instead of using a 1/4 cup of like parsley, I probably should have just used a couple tablespoons. You know, instead of using a 1/4 cup of the basil, I should have just, you know, scaled that back a little bit too. So kind of doing equivalents as far as substitutions and things like that. I'm having a little bit of difficulty with that. The filming doesn't bother me because I film every day anyhow. I have a daily vlog, so the daily vlog doesn't bother, you know, it doesn't, I'm used to filming every day. Like I said, my problem is I'm forgetting to film my food when I'm eating it. At the beginning, when I first started the channel, I would share my breakfast, my lunch, and my dinner, and I would film it, and I would show you, and I'd count out the points, and I'd tell you this, and I'd tell you that. And then I got out of that habit of filming for that, and so then I stopped doing that. And so now I have to, oh, that's right, I got to film this because I have to put it on a video. So I'm doing pretty good so far this time, filming my meals and putting them aside and making sure I don't erase them and keep them in my file until I'm ready to edit the video. But for them, all in all, I'm glad I'm doing the challenge. It's really helping me financially, for one thing, and it's just making me more aware. I made, what did I make last week? Oh, on Saturday, I think it was, I made a crock pot chicken fajita. And the peppers that I took out of the refrigerator were kind of questionable. And in the past, what I would have done was just thrown them away and then just went and bought fresh peppers. I was able to salvage enough of the pepper to do the meal, and so I didn't waste. I mean, it was sad that I had left the pepper in there so long that it kind of got a little bit rotted. But not for the most part, I used a good portion of the peppers, and so I didn't have to waste food. So that's why I like the challenge, is I'm not wasting food. But I'm thinking I got enough to continue on into February because I still have plenty of meats in my freezer, and we're half through, and I still think I got like a couple round steaks, and I got like 4 or 5 packages of burger. I got tons of chicken, and I got pot pies, and I got pizza. I got lots of stuff in the freezer so that I can use it. But all in all, I think I'm doing pretty well. So, is anyone else out there doing the pantry challenge? If you are, I want to know how you're doing on your mid-month checkup, and would you ever want to do it again? So don't forget to go over to Joan, Edie, and Kim's channels. I'll leave their links in the description box down below, and see how they're doing on their mid-month checkup. I'm sure I think they're doing really well because they do their own canning, and I think they have a little bit better content than me as far as the pantry challenge. But I'm trying. That's all you can do sometimes in life is try, and I'm trying. So like, comment, subscribe, and share, and check me out on my daily vlog, and let me know how you're doing if you're doing the pantry challenge.